Hello everyone! I am 100% sure that each of you is aware of the fact that the work of hosts, correspondents, reporters, and journalists on radio and television is very difficult and even stressful. Especially when various strange situations happen on air. It can be a spider on a dress, a colleague with a snake, or a random passerby trying to enter the frame. In our today's episode, we will talk about these and other curious situations that can no longer be cut and deleted. So, let's go! This reporter was so discouraged and shocked by the manners of a seemingly cute passerby that he even lost the ability to speak. While shooting surrounded by so many birds, it was safe to assume that at least one of them would decide to show its real temper. As they say, you will get a lot of money when the bird decides to poop on you. However, it doesn't look that great on air. This animal decided to demonstrate its abnormally long tongue, and it wasn't ashamed of the camera and strangers. I don't think it was made on purpose, but you can still behave a little more modestly and tactfully if you are a true professional in your field.
Just inhaled a fly. Wouldn't think it's Trina doing this. Oh, that was...
While going to work, hardly any of the reporters can assume that they will have to swim for a more spectacular shot. What if you also really want to become a famous and popular personality? That's right, take everything in your paws and act. You never know when fame decides to visit you. It always comes from the most unexpected places.
The list, we know that Starbucks is allowing fully vaccinated customers to take off the masks, and here in California, we're still waiting.
Once someone very brazen appears in the frame, only the harshest methods shall be used. Judging by the expression on her face, she wouldn't mind having something stronger in her glass. We can completely control our words and actions, but we are completely helpless before nature.
I really wanted to do sports. Step me out here, black man, motherfucker. Oh, I'm about to go ahead and square off. I'm gonna hit you, cameraman. Stop filming.
When you are a cheerful person with a lot of rushing energy, your life becomes much more interesting. For some reason, passersby naively believe that they will look the best in the frame, but they are just wrong. This snake prank got out of control when the co-host saw her biggest phobia right in front of her eyes.
He has sprung in the nation's capital and
This is the case when the host of the TV show simply couldn't control the nervous system. I think he would even fight in a couple of more seconds more.
Patrick, come up here and tear these away from you.
I can't even imagine what must have been in a person's head to voluntarily appear in this form on one of the top news programs.
Is this also your hair?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just dyed pink?
From the very first second, the outcome was obvious. However, this girl turned out to be too naive and gullible. When the usual situation on the show turned into a real nightmare for the world-famous model. After such a bright moment of shame on the air, she will definitely not smile with her 32 teeth for a while. I don't know for sure what made these two men laugh so much, but their laughter can certainly infect everyone around with it. If your sporting achievements are not at the highest level, then you should not focus on them on air. Otherwise, it'll be a disaster. Of course, the situation was awkward, but it's still good that the girls were able to come out of it with dignity.
You're good. We're all good. We're friends here. We're going to toss it back to the studio, and I'm going to go.
When you want to show off in front of the studio guests and show that you know everything about sports, but it didn't work out. With such facial expressions and self-irony, this host needs to conduct some kind of humorous program. Do you agree with me? I don't know why the camel liked the man so much, but this couple made my day today. This is the case when your makeup artist really wanted you to be on top. That's just not the right time for this. This man decided to become a child again while completely forgetting that he was at work.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know what to say.
Now you can witness the unluckiest situation ever. I don't know what was in her head at that moment, but the whole action didn't look too professional.
But you know who's got things in here? They say I don't have a microphone unless it's all on. Stand by.
All arachnophobes could faint now only at the sight of this creepy picture, but the host did not even flinch. We shall show our respect for her. Apparently, nature thought that the live broadcast was too boring and monotonous, so it decided to add something more interesting to the broadcast.
Here on the Northeast Plains, because as this storm kind of moves.
If you don't know how to do something, then you should definitely learn it. However, never try to do it on air. Children are everything. But when they suddenly appear in the frame at the most crucial moment, it becomes extremely awkward. Who needs that microphone? All you have to do is put a smart expression on your face and you're done. With such a bright appearance, provocative clothes, and juicy shapes, you can't immediately understand her words. It's hard to even imagine how the host of this show was gathering his thoughts at all when he looked directly into the eyes of his guests. It seems to me that the host was too entertained, so the girls suspected that something was wrong and decided to show her character. This is the case when, after advertising a product, you do not want to buy it. You don't want to deal with the obvious problem.
Okay.
Waiting for the dog to answer was definitely a stupid idea, and the reporter had to pay for it. What could be worse than such a joke from a colleague? After her epic failure, this lady had to become famous.
As we're saying, it's also important that you try to keep the envelopes out of your home. The best way when you stay in a hotel, you might want to use a plastic bag like that.